Hi all, I am Rajendra and this is the part 3 of Android Jetpack architecture components. In this part we will learn data mining concepts. Data mining benefits are no more UI IDs. It's create a link between UI layer and the data model. Let's understand with the example. So this is the project which we have already created. So I am just refactoring it. I am going to remove the third fragment, so I'm just deleting it. Just run the emulator so that it is ready to install the app. Okay, now I am just removing all these navigation, and now fragment, I'm renaming the fragment 1, and this is our home fragment. Fragment home, and fragment 2 is our data binding. Data. I am doing this because I will take this example to complete all the Jetpack navigation component. So it is easy to understand when we using the naming convention. So, so first of all, for using the data mining, we need to add a line in the build.gradle file so that data binding can enable. So here we will add true. So, and we will sync this project. It will automatically add the dependencies which a data binding need. So sorry, here I have a mistake, a spell mistake. My internet connection is slow, so it is taking so much time. Here our project is synced successfully. So now here this is our home fragment. From the home fragment we will navigate to the data binding fragment to see the data binding example. So now I am going to delete this text view and okay, data binding example and fragment data binding. Now here we will add a tag, layout tag, which tells this fragment is using data binding. So here a we will add two text view. Let's say one for name and another one is for email. Let's give it to the ID name. Here I'm going to increase the text size so that we clearly see, and another text view. Let's say email. So now we will go to the data binding fragment and here we will initialize the data binding. So here it will be fragment data binding fragment. Okay, we will remove all this code because fragment 3 is no more now. Now here we will add binding data binding fragment is equal to data binding dot util dot set content view. Here we will set the inflator data binding fragment. This is inflate, and here we will set the container. Here we will return the binding dot root. Okay, it's giving error. Okay, now it's done. Let's run this app. Okay, we have changed to fragment to data binding fragment. Okay, now we will bind the data from the fragment. So here binding dot name. So here we don't need to cast the find view ID and other things. It will directly, when you binding dot, it will give all the IDs from the XML. So first one is name dot text equal to, let's say, Rajendra, and similarly we will bind the binding dot email dot text equal to, let's say, xyz at the rate gmail.com. Now let's run this app. So here you can see that we have successfully bind the data. So this is the one way of binding. Let's comment this. Now let's suppose we have a model class. So let's go to the data binding fragment. So here I am going to create a data binding class, let's say user data. So here I am going to create a Kotlin class, let's say user data. So here I am taking two things. First one is name, which is string, and the second one is email string. So now we will go to the data binding, and here we will add a tag, add another tag which is a data. Inside inside the data we will create another tag which is a variable tag, and inside the variable we will define name, let's say user data, and its type. So basically the type is our user data class. So we will here we will give it the path of user data, let's say com Rajendra Android Jetpack tutorial Kotlins data binding and user data. So this here is the path of our user data class. Now we can directly bind the data which is coming from our model class to with the help of XML file. So here we will add a tag at the rate curly braces. Inside the braces we will use this name user data and name. Similarly we will use the for email. For this we will need to set up a getter and setter inside our model class. So let's here we will set the value field equal to value. Similarly we will set up for the email, let's email. So now let's go to the fragment data binding. Here you can see that error has gone. So now let's go to our data binding fragment. Here we will set up the binding dot user, oh I'm sorry, binding dot our model class name user data is equal to user data. Inside the user data we will pass the binding dot user data. Here we will pass the name, let's say Raj, and here we will pass the another email, so abc@gmail.com. Now we will run this app again. So you can see that here this is the example of one way of data binding. Now we will implement the two way of data binding. So let's go to the XML file. Now here I will add another field which is a edit text view. So here I will add a edit text view. So now for two-way data binding we need to add another tag which is equal to. Now let's copy this and I will give it a text view for the edit text view here with the same tag and name. Now for the two-way data binding we need to add a tag which is bindable tag with our model class, so that our data will change the object in the real time. So here we will add a tag which is bindable tag. Let's import. Similarly for the email, now inside the setter we will notify the property. So notify property change br dot name. It is showing error here. Notify property changed. Here we will add the br. Okay, before doing this, we need to extend this class with the base observable. So now you can see that error has gone. So br dot name Similarly, dot name. So here it is showing the similarly we will do for this email. Now let's run this app. So here we are getting a error which is unresolved reference BR. Okay, let's go to the build.gradle file. Here we need to apply a plugin which is here we need to apply plugin which is Kotlin capped. Now sync this project. Okay, now I am going to run it again. So here when we write something, here you can see that this is the real time change. So this is the example of two-way data binding. So this is all about data binding. Thanks for watching. See you in the next part.